Hi, my name is Ann Havelock, and I look pathetic, I know, this morning. But I suffer from scleroderma, systemic diffuse scleroderma, and it is ravaging my body and my mind and my emotions to the point where I had to stay home from Mass this morning, which I never miss. I haven't missed Mass in 3 months due to this dreadful disease. It's really sad when people look at me and they don't see. Of course, I'm glad that they don't see how bad I look. But at the same time, this is a disease that ravages your body and your mind and your emotions from within. Can't be seen, only felt by the person that is trying to destroy. And they say if you can live 5 years with this disease, you're pretty well going to live a little bit longer. I have now lived, the symptoms started in October, November, and December of 2007. And after 4 doctors and finally seeing a PA, on March 30th, 2009, I finally got diagnosed with this disease. And the first 4 years, I was on prednisone and blood pressure medicines, and I was working full-time, and I managed pretty well. But then things started to progress. And I have 3 lung diseases: pulmonary fibrosis, pulmonary hypertension, and interstitial lung inflammation. I have heart disease. And the heart disease is, one of my arteries is clogging up in the walls with calcification, which keeps the pressure down so that it cannot build up enough pressure to push oxygen from that artery into my lungs, so I have a hard time breathing. Sometimes I can't breathe and walk. And it progressively got worse last year with all this. And I have a lot of other stuff going on too. I only have 1 kidney because I donated my left kidney in 2005, 2 years before this disease hit me. And I was in perfect health. And I'm glad I donated my kidney. I'd do it again in a heartbeat if I could. But this kidney has suffered a lot. It's in stage 5 disease, and yet I've been blessed that I don't have to do dialysis yet. But I've put up with a lot. As you can see, I only have 1 eyebrow, which is my left one, and now there's a skin flap pulled over from the left side of my ear, clear over here, and up into my head because of cancer twice in that area. And the 3rd one after this surgery was just a little one, and they caught it in time. And I had 1 taken out here and 1 taken out here, and it's called squamous, whatever they pronounce it, carcinoma tumors. And I'm blessed that I'm alive, but it's traumatizing. I had over 100 staples in my head, and I had to go through hyperbaric chamber to get that skin to heal on there so it wouldn't die. And through it all, I've been pretty good, but after all of that is going on, I just keep getting more traumas from different situations. And I've handled it all because I'm strong and I have SMS, which is stubborn mule syndrome. And I have the best husband in the whole world, and our faith in God is unwavering. And for the most part, I do pretty good. But they put me on an Adzerca medication December 10th, which is supposed to help relax the walls of that artery, let the pressure through to send the oxygen into my lung so I can breathe. And it's not working with me. And I started having bad panic attacks. And if you've never had a panic attack, you can't imagine how the fear takes over. And I always brag about not having any fear because of my faith in God. But when those come on, it's like I start to panic. What am I going to do? Now I have to try to calm myself down. And I finally, Wednesday morning, I had a really bad experience. And so I called the doctor's office. He was out until Thursday, so the nurse said, go to urgent care. Well, I went to urgent care, and they took an EKG, which they said was normal. And then the doctor refused to see me because my chart scared her, because there's a lot of stuff on there. And so I went to ER, and I spent 6 hours over there, had another EKG, a chest x-ray of my heart and my lung, and an echocardiogram. And then the next day, on Thursday, I knew that my problems weren't solved, so I called the doctor's office again, and I conveyed to the nurse, her name was Sam, how much I was going through and how desperate my situation was getting. So she talked to my doctor, and he's the best doctor in the whole wide world because he cares. So he talked to my pulmonologist, and then they asked me to come in Friday at 10:20, so we got in there at 10:20, and I told him what all was going on, and he thinks that I have been through so much trauma in the last 3 years that I've lost my coping mechanism, which I believe. So he put me on 2 different antidepressants, because I am depressed, I suppose. Anybody would be, any normal person would be. And then he did the walk with me with the oxygen, and I don't need oxygen. I just need that pressure in my heart to send the oxygen over into my lungs. So as of Monday, tomorrow, I have an appointment with the pulmonologist, and they're going to start a more aggressive treatment. I have no idea what it is. But I certainly pray it works. My husband has always been there by my side. His reason for living is for me. And yesterday, him and I both had a meltdown because I was not doing too well. And my husband doesn't cry easily, but he cried. He woke up this morning and he's crying over me again. And I hope he gets some peace from going to Mass this morning, because he really needs it. He's just such a good-hearted soul, and he really loves me, and I know that, and he shows, and he knows I love him too, but I can't do much anymore. But at the same time, I just want people to know when people have chronic diseases, and they may look good to your eyes, but in reality, some of us suffer extreme issues, and nobody can fix them when it's a rare, chronic, invisible illness that doctors don't know that much about. But my doctors try everything they can to help me out. because they care. And I love my doctors, all of them. And I just hope and pray that God will let me live a few more years. And we just lost our daughter-in-law yesterday morning, which didn't help our stress level at all. She was a sweetheart. We met her 28 years ago, and she's been a member of our family forever in those 28 years, and she was proud and honored to be in our family, and we were proud and honored to have her in our family. So, but anyway, I just wanted to tell you that there is always hope, and I'm not going to lose hope, but I am glad that I finally gave in and started taking the antidepressant, which has helped my panic attack big time. I was so bad I could not get in a shower because that little master bathroom has no windows in it, and it just felt like everything was closing in. And that was pretty bad after living here 24 years and you can't get into your own shower because of the fear the panic attack could give you. But anyway, I am glad, and I sleep like 1.5, 2 hours, wake up, and then go right back to sleep and do that all night, every night it's not good, restful sleep. And last night I took the one antidepressant pill, and I slept good. I still woke up periodically, but not every hour, not every 2 hours. And I got the best sleep I've gotten in a long time. But I have to depend on a pill. You know how hard that is, to depend on a pill when I've always depended on me and my faith? Anyway, I'm just rattling on, and I will be doing these stories more because it's important to let people know that even though we look strong and healthy, that's not always the case. Angel hugs with the power of healing prayer. Amen.